Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and thank you for watching. So, Taylor is putting their hat in the electric guitar world yet again. For those of you that don't know, Taylor is primarily an acoustic guitar company. That's kind of where they sit. Very, very reputable, very excellent guitars. They did try to make some solid body electrics a while back. Never really caught on. I'm gonna be honest with you. They weren't. There was nothing wrong with them inherently, but it wasn't something they were known for doing. I mean, there's one right there for $600, Guitar Center, which isn't a bad deal. I don't know what they cost initially. I'm guessing they were probably around $1,000 initially. Nobody really knew what to think of them at the time, and they didn't really buy them, so they just stopped making them. As I said, from what I've been seeing with reviews and everything, played fine, sounded good, you know, equivalent to anything else in that $1,000 price range, but just wasn't something that you associated with electric guitar. Like I personally, you say Taylor, I think nice acoustic guitar brand. So the Taylor CEO, Andy Powers, has launched his own electric guitar company, and his first model looks like an absolute winner. We'll get into that part of it in a minute. So the acoustic Craftsman has gone electric to create a guitar with a sound and feel that didn't already exist. I'm going to call BS on that right there. Pretty much every sound you can get out of electric guitar has already happened. You can call me a pessimist if you want, but I highly doubt there isn't a guitar out there already that doesn't sound like this. And I listen to it. It sounds like a guitar with a single coil. It's magnets and wires. It's really not that hard to replicate a pickup if you have a pickup winding machine and you know how to count how many windings and all that other stuff. It's really not all that complex. Guitars never have been that super complex. Taylor CEO and President Andy Powers has established his very own electric guitar company called Power Electric and has launched its new venture with a genuinely stunning debate offering. Powers, who has been the head honcho of the prestigious acoustic guitar company since May 2022, so fairly recently, has rocked solid guitar making pedigree, also serving as Taylor's chief guitar designer. Interesting. Since being with the company, Powers has pioneered the acclaimed V-Classic bracing, which moved Taylor away from the conventional X bracing used for over 150 years, and more recently developed the American Dream series. I haven't really heard any complaints too much on the V bracing, not that I'm looking at acoustic guitars all that often, in all honesty. Uh, he is a resume that is up there with the best guitar making minds of our age, and now Powers has taken a dramatic turn away from World of Acoustics, channeling his expertise into his very own electric guitar brand. Owing to his experience, it comes to no shock that Power's first electric guitar model, named Power Electric A-Type, looks to be an absolute winner with a sleek single-cut body that arrives in an array of aesthetics. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of an offset, kind of a Les Paul cutaway over here, a little bit of a Jazzmaster influence. Got a vibrola on there, kind of like a Bigsby type deal. Looks like we got possibly a roasted maple neck, maybe? Hard to tell what that is. But it's not just style. The Type A is an abundance of substance to go with it. In fact, Power said he created the instrument because he wanted a sound feel that didn't already exist, and used some crazy modern engineering to make his ideal a reality. I love electric guitars, Power explains. I've owned, played, and worked on all the great ones. There was no need to recreate those. I wanted something inspired by the best past, but with modern capabilities. It took rethinking the entire guitar, absorbing 80 years of guitar evolution, and then taking a fresh approach with some crazy modern engineering to pull this off. The Type A itself was designed with some ambitious objectives in mind. As per Powers, it has to be something that doesn't sound or play like something you already own. There were to be no off-color notes, dead frets, or useless pickup positions, and it had to feel amazing. I think those are wooden pickup rings. That looks pretty cool. And it is. It's a very nice looking guitar. To that end, the Type A is fully enclosed hollow body. Okay, so it's hollow, model that takes visual cues from classic cars, hot rods, and surfboards. It's made from urban ash and houses two internal sound pots that are supposedly let to the top and back move together to promote resonance and provide a solid body sustain. Let me read that again. It's made from urban ash and houses two internal sound pots that supposedly let the top and back move together to promote resonance. Okay. Mahogany neck, yup, there you go. Top of the rosewood fingerboard, so Gibson, which flashes the next eye-catching example of innovation. Yeah, innovation, sure. A geometrical split radius was designed by Powers, slightly flatter on the treble side for a choke-free bending. That is pretty cool. So the radius is kind of like divided half on the neck. That's kind of that I do like that feature. The bridge, vibrato, and pickups are also each Powers' own creation. Two former features were designed in order to alleviate tuning issues associated with tremolo systems, thanks to Camtail string ramp that compensates for tension and gauge. The single coils meanwhile utilize new magnet system that seek to offer a versatile mix of brightness and bite and clarity and warmth. It is unclear why the Type A was released under Powers' own name rather than Taylor, but owing to the sheer level of customization of the components and the guitars are really labor-intense craftsmanship, it might just be the case that such a six-string simply isn't viable for Taylor at this point. So not under the actual Taylor name. So, indeed, Powers has stressed that apart from the tuners and strings, everything is made in-house, which is pretty cool. And that's because of this, we can only craft guitars in small numbers, so there's not going to be a lot of these. Of course, this will improve over time, but more guitars will become available, so this is, I believe, made in the USA. Powers said on Instagram, but for now, I hope you find the small batch exclusivity of these guitars intriguing. Having that said, the trademark for Powers Electric, which was applied for back in January of 2022, is currently owned by Taylor as per Alter, so the two guitar brands are not completely independent from one another. So basically, Taylor owns this and is funding this. Two distinct versions of the Type A are available. The first flaunts a solid, auto-inspired colors from saffron, yellow, metallic, tropical turquoise, while the second flashes a figured maple top with various transparent bursts such as Cosmo Red, Sweet Tea Orange, and Blue Lagoon. Prices for the Type A range from here you go right here, $3,700 to $4,299 on retailers such as Chicago Music Exchange, Grun Guitars, and Rudy's Music. And we take a look at the actual, website. But these are cool. They sound cool. They look cool. It is for a very niche market, and I'm going to leave it at that. It is for an extremely niche market, and that market is people that their first guitar was a Teisco, or Tesco, or Kay, or Kaiwaki, Sorrento, Japanese Sears catalog guitars, where the majority of them were put together so fast that they were giant heaps of garbage. And that's what a lot of these guitars are. That's why you don't see a lot of them around anymore. The good ones stayed around. The bad ones were thrown in the garbage. But you can get one of these for a fairly reasonable price. I mean, there's one for $156. There's one for $700. Depending on the features of these guitars, the price range varies. They always had a tremolo arm. Never stay in tune, because I owned a Sorrento E10. It was kind of like a Jazz Master knockoff of the 60s. I got it for basically nothing, so I can't complain about it. But the neck was warped. The action was super high. There was really nothing you could do about it because of the neck warp. And I have played some good ones, but the tremolos never stay in tune. There's always a lot of work always needs to be done to these things. They do kind of have their own unique sound. It's that gold foil sound you see with the gold foil pickups. But these guitars that he's building are for people that love the design of those old 60s Sear catalog guitars, but want something that is not a complete piece of garbage. And that is exactly what this market's for. So this is kind of put towards boomers. It is, extremely put towards boomers because they have the majority of the money to spend this kind of money on a niche guitar. And this is going to look like that old junky guitar that their parents bought for them from that old Sears catalog, but it is going to play extremely well. So significantly better than that guitar, and they're going to just fall in love with it, and it's going to be great and excellent. And I'm not bashing this brand or anything, but I can guarantee you it sounds like other single coils. Does it stay in tune better than those old guitars? Oh, 100%. There's no way he didn't design this thing to stay in tune significantly better than those old guitars. But I doubt it's going to sound like anything. You know, I can guarantee you other single coils sound exactly like this. The chance of him actually, you know, finding a sound that hasn't already been found, and plus with all the everything's digital too, so I'm sure someone could digitally create this as well. But this isn't going to be a millennial price guitar. I don't think millennials are going to buy this. As I said, it's going to be that niche market, which is fine. You know, they will buy it. I can guarantee you that you probably can't even buy one of these right now. Um, let's just see if I can find one for sale. Power electric guitar. Yeah, I can, because I can spell. Music radar. What if I do shopping? Can I even find one right now to buy? No, I cannot. Um, but maybe Music Zoo? Oh, Chicago Music Exchange. Here we go. Hold on. I gotta go to the correct site. Let's see if they're even available. Oh, yes, you can buy one. Nope, sold out. That's kind of what I figured. So, very niche market. Not hating on these guitars. They're very cool looking. They got some cool colors. It's a set neck versus a bolt-on neck. I'm assuming he probably modeled the tremolo system more of a Bigsby. Um, as opposed to the whatever the heck they were doing back in the day where the things never stayed in tune the second you touched them. But also the materials that this guitar is made out of. The hardwoods are significantly better than whatever random plywood garbage they were making guitars in Japan back in the 60s. Now, today, you get a guitar from Japan, that thing's going to be equally as good as a guitar made in the USA, maybe even better, depending on the model. You know, Japan-made guitars today are sought after. Even the vintage ones are sought after, not that they play as good as they did, but I would say, you know, kind of around 1980-ish, the Japan guitars started becoming significantly better. You know, 60s were really bad, 70s were okay, depending on what you got. And then you hit the 80s, and they were getting pretty solid and consistent. You know, Ibanez came along, all of that. But really cool guitars. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Sorry if there's excess noise because I have a fan and air conditioner on because it's pretty hot today. Um, Other than that, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Let me know what you want to see for future guitar and music related content. And as always, have a good one.